What really happened behind the scenes when Jungkook's apology sent shockwaves through the fandom? Was it simply a moment of raw emotion? Or is there something far deeper hidden beneath the surface? Why did the other members react the way they did? And what does Jungkook's body language reveal that words could not? Stay with us until the end, because the details might change the way you see this story forever. And if you care about every chapter of BTS's journey, make sure to share your thoughts, leave a comment, and continue following the conversation as we uncover what many are calling one of the most emotionally charged moments in recent memory. When BTS first stepped onto the global stage, they were known not only for their music but for their honesty, vulnerability, and unbreakable bond. Over the years, fans have witnessed laughter, tears, triumph, and exhaustion. But nothing prepared ARMY for the intensity surrounding Jungkook's recent apology. It was not merely the apology itself that stirred conversation. It was the atmosphere, the silence, the glances exchanged between members, and the subtle tension that lingered long after the words were spoken. Jungkook has long been perceived as the golden magne, the member who grew up in front of millions of eyes. From a shy teenager auditioning in a competitive industry to a global icon commanding stadiums, his evolution has been documented in meticulous detail. So when he stood before cameras and offered an apology, his voice steady yet weighted. Fans immediately sensed that this was not a routine statement. There was a pause before he began, a breath that seemed heavier than usual. His shoulders, normally relaxed, appeared slightly rigid. His gaze shifted briefly downward before meeting the lens again. These micro-expressions ignited speculation across social platforms, with many asking, was he carrying more than regret? The other members' reactions added fuel to the fire. Taehyung, known to fans as V, sat unusually still, his typically expressive demeanor replaced with a composed yet contemplative look. His lips pressed together faintly, and though subtle, the gesture did not go unnoticed. Namjoon, the leader often regarded as the group's emotional anchor, maintained eye contact with Jungkook for several seconds longer than expected, nodding almost imperceptibly. Jimin appeared visibly moved, blinking rapidly as if holding back emotion, while Min Yoongi leaned slightly forward, hands clasped, his expression unreadable yet attentive. Young Hoseok kept a supportive posture, shoulders angled toward Jungkook, while Kim Seokjin offered a faint but reassuring smile that seemed to say more than any spoken reassurance could. Observers quickly dissected the footage, replaying moments frame by frame. Was Namjoon's nod a signal of agreement, solidarity, or encouragement? Did Taehyung's stillness reflect disappointment, deep thought, or silent support? Why did Jimin's eyes glisten at the exact moment Jungkook's voice faltered? These are not idle questions born from imagination, but reflections of how deeply fans analyze and care about the dynamics within BTS. Body language experts often explain that genuine remorse is accompanied by congruent signals. Steady but softened eye contact, controlled gestures, a slight forward lean indicating openness, and subtle tension in facial muscles when discussing emotionally charged topics. Jungkook's posture during the apology seemed to align with these patterns. His hands remained mostly still, fingers occasionally interlocking as if grounding himself. His breathing, though measured, was visibly deliberate. At one point, he swallowed before continuing, a physiological response that often accompanies vulnerability. Yet what truly sent chills down viewers' spines was not just Jungkook's demeanor, but the collective energy in the room. There was an unspoken synchronization among the members. When Jungkook paused, Namjoon's expression softened. When Jungkook concluded, Jimin exhaled deeply. These synchronized reactions suggest a shared emotional rhythm, the kind developed only through years of trust, conflict, reconciliation, and growth. The question that continues to echo across fan communities is whether this apology marked a turning point. Some believe it showcased the maturity Jungkook has gained over years in the spotlight. Others interpret it as evidence of the immense pressure idols carry, where even small missteps can feel monumental. The truth may lie somewhere in between. Jungkook's journey has never been linear. From youthful exuberance to the weight of global expectations, he has navigated a path few can truly understand. What makes this moment especially compelling is how it highlights the complexity of relationships within BTS. Their bond has often been described as familial. Families argue, misunderstand, forgive, and grow together. The visible attentiveness from the members during Jungkook's apology suggests not fracture but cohesion. Taehyung's calm stillness could just as easily be interpreted as deep listening. Yoongi's forward lean might indicate engagement rather than judgment. Jin's subtle smile may have been his way of lightening the heaviness in the air. There is also the cultural context to consider. In South Korea, public apologies carry significant weight. They are not delivered lightly. They reflect responsibility not only to oneself but to colleagues, fans, and the broader public. Jungkook's measured tone and composed stance align with this cultural framework, reinforcing the sincerity of his words. And yet, the emotional undertone cannot be ignored. At one fleeting moment, Jungkook's eyes appeared to glisten under the lights. Was it exhaustion? Relief? Fear of letting others down? The ambiguity is precisely what keeps the discussion alive. Humans are wired to seek patterns, to interpret subtle cues. In a group as globally scrutinized as BTS, even a slight change in posture becomes headline-worthy. What stands out most, however, is the aftermath. Rather than distancing themselves, the members appeared closer in subsequent appearances. Shared laughter returned. Physical proximity seemed natural and unforced. If there had been underlying tension, it did not manifest publicly. Instead, the narrative that emerged was one of unity. Could it be that the apology, rather than exposing cracks, reinforced the strength of their bond? Could this vulnerable display have reminded fans why BTS resonates so deeply across cultures and languages? Their willingness to confront discomfort openly sets them apart in an industry often dominated by polished perfection. The chills many fans described were not born from scandal, but from witnessing authenticity. In a world saturated with curated images, seeing a global star stand with humility, supported silently by 6 brothers, strikes a rare chord. Jungkook's body language, when analyzed holistically, reflects accountability intertwined with trust. He did not appear isolated. He appeared held. Even in silence, as conversations continue, one thing becomes clear. This moment will be remembered not for controversy, but for its emotional transparency. Whether you interpret the members' reactions as protective, reflective, or simply empathetic, the overarching theme is connection. And perhaps that is the real story. So what do you think? Was Jungkook's apology a simple expression of regret? Or did it reveal deeper layers within BTS's dynamic? Did you notice the subtle exchanges that others might have missed? The discussion is far from over, and your perspective matters. As the footage continued to circulate, slowed down, zoomed in, replayed countless times across fan communities, a new layer of interpretation began to emerge. The initial shock gradually transformed into something more reflective, more introspective. Was this truly a crisis moment? Or was it a rare glimpse into the emotional infrastructure that has sustained BTS for over a decade? There is something undeniably powerful about silence. After Jungkook finished speaking, there was a brief pause before anyone else reacted. It lasted only seconds, but in those seconds, the atmosphere felt suspended. Silence in high-pressure public settings can be revealing. No one rushed to interrupt. No one attempted to overshadow the moment. Instead, the members allowed the weight of Jungkook's words to settle. That collective restraint suggested respect. It suggested understanding. What many found particularly striking was the micro-shift in Kim Namjoon's posture immediately after the apology concluded. As leader, he has often taken responsibility during turbulent times. Yet here, he did not step forward to fix the narrative. He did not dominate the conversation. Instead, he gave space. That choice alone speaks volumes. Leadership sometimes means knowing when not to speak, when to let another member stand in their own accountability. His steady gaze and measured nod seemed to communicate, without words, that growth was being acknowledged.